Last year you said, I am going to be healthier at the end of next year. Well, we're 2 months into the new year. What happened? Yeah, I know. Maybe you didn't use your smarts. No. I mean, you didn't use SMART goals. Or maybe you did, but maybe you just didn't know how to really use them. Well, you're in luck because today I'm going to tell you how to maximize the potential of a SMART goal. So come on in. Let's get started. Welcome. I am Dr. Tracy Dickens, a licensed psychologist. I'm so glad that you decided to share your time with me today. Today, we're going to be talking about SMART goals. Some people don't really know how to get the maximum potential out of their SMART goals. And so you might find that even when you use SMART goals, you might not be successful. Why is that? Well, I'm going to answer that question for you today by going through each of the letters and pointing out little details that maybe you haven't heard or you've heard before, but just didn't think to include it in your goal setting process. Because, we're still early in this year. You can get a reset and jump back in and continue pursuing that goal that you set for yourself at the end of last year or the end of last week or 10 minutes ago, whenever you set the goal. You can pick it back up and keep going. For those of you who are not familiar with SMART goals, SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. And it originally showed up on the scene in the 1960s by Dr. Edwin Locke, who devised this acronym to help business owners organize tasks that they wanted to achieve within a year or 6 months. And it really kind of broke down the process of organizing those tasks into manageable parts so they could better understand where to make adjustments and tweaks and how to have a successful year. It wasn't until 1981 when George Doran did an article on SMART that really accelerated this idea about organizing tasks so you can have better success in your business. A while back, I heard this quote, "The hardest person to manage is yourself." And that is so true because we often know what we should be doing and we set these great goals, but we just don't do so good at following through. Well, I hope at the end of the year you can celebrate your success, whatever that may look like for you. So, without further ado, let's get going. Sticking with the example that I used in the intro about you set the goal that you want to be healthier. Well, that's a great idea. But what exactly does healthier mean? Healthy can mean exercising daily. It can mean going for a walk daily. It can mean spending more time in your Bible, or it can mean reading better quality books. I mean, what exactly do you mean by healthy? The more specific you can be, the easier it is to manage. Let's say that you just got back test scores from your doctor and there are some elevations in some of your significant areas of health, and you decide, along with your doctor, that you need to start incorporating more vegetables into your diet. Specifically, you want to eat 3 vegetables a day. Boom, just like that, you've gotten specific. Okay, let's go to the next one. Measurable. You want to spend some time thinking about how are you going to measure or monitor your progress. I'm going to download an app on my phone or come up with a chart. I'm going to find some way to keep up with, boop, yes, I have eaten my vegetables. You can set it up to where you do blood work more often, or you do checklists for your doctor so you can see, okay, am I really making progress? Make it realistic. Like, if you're not somebody who likes to write things down, saying that you're going to journal about what you did each day, but you don't journal, how well do you think that's going to go? Yeah, it's not going to go very well. So so make sure it's something that you're actually going to do, and it's not going to be a huge disruption to your day, so you'll actually remember it. So here we are, on to the next one. Achievable. Now, Achievable has a number of things to keep in mind. It's not just, can you do it? It's a little bit more involved, meaning this. Do you have what you need for this example that you want to eat 3 vegetables a day? Okay. Are there any roadblocks that might get in the way of you actually achieving that goal? First question, do you even like vegetables? I mean, do you even like them? Let's start there. Because if you don't even like them, well, what are you going to do about that? Like, how are you going to get past that hurdle? You are going to have to maybe find recipes to make the vegetables taste better. You might have to look into food prep programs that can send you food. But what do you need to actually achieve the goal that you've set for yourself? I'll give a personal example. I am not a morning person by any stretch of the imagination. I've never been a morning person, but I love working out. I have chronic pain and it's really helpful for me to work out. I would love to be a person that can work out in the evening, but I just can't do it. Something always comes up. So it's better for me to do it in the morning. And I'm not a morning person. So knowing that about myself, when I'm setting the goal each year that I want to continue working out, 4 to 5 days a week for 20 to 30 minutes on those days, then I've got to make sure that I also include time to set out my clothing the night before so I can make it as easy as possible to achieve that goal. The more thought you give into what do I need to be successful, and you put those things in place, the more likely you are going to be successful, right? We want you to be successful because when we don't reach the goal, we usually beat ourselves up and we don't take the time to go, okay, well, are there things I can put in place to make this easier for me to accomplish? What do I need help with? What is the roadblock? What is the thing that keeps getting in the way? And how do I address that so I can achieve my goal? Now we're talking about relevance. And I like to think of relevance as meaning, how does your goal map onto your values? And I did a video before about values and how they need to be the foundation of your goals in order for you to meet your goals. I'm going to link that video at the end of this video so you can watch it right after this one so you can really set yourself up for success. So with the example of our person who gets the bad results from their doctor and says, okay, healthier, I'm going to get healthier, and they get specific and say, I'm going to eat 3 vegetables 5 days a week, and I'm going to do this 80% of the time. I forgot to add that part previously. We're going to do it 80% of the time because, we're human. We're not always going to do it. Keeping in mind your little quirks and other little habits or life situations that may put roadblocks between your now and the success that you're wanting so you can actually achieve the goal. In order for all of that to work, you need to know, why the heck are you doing this in the first place? I mean, really, why are you doing this? What is your why? It can't just be, I don't want another bad doctor's report. So what does it mean to you if you get a bad doctor's report? That's why knowing what your values are so important. And let's say for this particular person, the reason it's important is because, well, if they get sick, they won't be able to travel like they want to when they retire. And traveling is something that's really important to them. Or maybe it's, if I get sick, I won't be able to walk my daughter down the aisle. I won't be able to play with my grandchildren. Family is important to me. I want to be here a long time to be with my family. This is important because you're going to come across days where you just get discouraged, where you feel like I'm not making any progress. Why am I even doing this? I don't want to do this. I just want to go have popcorn and brownies and soda for dinner. Leave me alone. And hey, you know what? That's okay. But here's the thing, if you know what your values are, you're only going to do that once in a while because you're going to know ultimately if you do that on a regular basis, you're not in alignment with the vision that you have for your life. Another bonus, when you attach it to your values, it becomes part of who you are in a transformation process versus I'm just doing this to change a habit. And ultimately, as human beings, we are put here to always be progressing and becoming better and stronger and more impactful in our lives. And so a value-based approach is transformational and it moves you along that trajectory. Now, on to the next one. Timely. You want to put a time stamp on your goal. And I'm one of those people that likes multiple time stamps. And this is why. Let's say our imaginary person says, okay, I want to eat 3 vegetables 5 days a week, 80% of the time. Well, when do you want that goal to be reached? Maybe you say, I want it to be reached by the end of the year. Fabulous. But let's also add to this little equation that you're somebody who isn't eating any vegetables right now. Not a one. Okay, you eat corn. So a good starting place will be, you know what? I'm gonna work on eating 1 vegetable 5 days a week, or it could be 1 vegetable 3 days a week. And I'm going to do that for 2 months and check in and see how I'm doing. And I can reassess and I can make adjustments until I reach the ultimate goal of 3 vegetables 5 days a week. This is looking at what are you doing to help yourself be successful? And it keeps you motivated. This baby step approach makes reaching our goal so much more likely because you can see the progress that you're making along the way. And when we can see our progress, we are more likely to stay motivated and continue going forward. Many of you saw the movie back in the 80s with What About Bob? He was all about baby step into the corner, baby stepping in the elevator, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. When you think about babies, they go from these wobbly little steps to running all over the place. So don't underestimate the significance and the power of baby steps, okay? Okay, so then that brings me to an addition. Yes, an addition. So you get bonus material here. Bonus material. And here it is. If you're a Christ follower, like I am, include your faith into this process. So again, it's deepening that connection to the why of that behavior change. So it's more about transformation and not just a seasonal change. And so spending the time looking for the scripture and looking for biblical truth that can support you on that journey and understanding of the goal we're trying to achieve, all the work we can do in the beginning to make it really stick, then the more likely we are going to be successful. And we can look back at the end of the year and be like, yeah, I did that. Look at me. I am awesome. I set off to be healthier. I realize I am awesome and that I can do challenging things. And that's what I want for you. I want you to know that it can be something that it can be something challenging to you and you can be successful at. If you have used SMART goals before and they have worked out great for you, let me know down in the comments. Tell me which one of these resonates with you, or if there's another way that you do your goals. Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I truly appreciate it. And please push the thumbs up down there so this video can spread to other people. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, choose joy. Bye.